Alright, hey you guys, it's TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with my review of Fairy Tail Season 2, Episode 82, and this episode, there are so many feels and just a whole bunch of shit and craziness going on, because we saw, like in the last couple episodes, the fight between Loxus and Tempestra. I can never pronounce his name correctly, but between Loxus and Tempestra, and it turns out that Loxus was getting fucked up, and the fact that he was able to do what he did, considering that his body is riddled with anti-magic particles from the last bout with Tempestra, is fucking amazing. And it makes me question Fairy Tail, honestly. Like, it's like these people live off the power of friendship. How the fuck does that work? I will give it to Loxus. Loxus is fucking powerful. He's probably I think it's him, Urza, and Gildarts that are like the three like top magicians in Fairy Tail, top wizards in Fairy Tail. And Loxus is pretty fucking dope. He's like right there in the middle, right under Gildarts. And I mean, considering that he's like Makarov's grandson and all that good stuff, I mean, I can understand why he would be fucking powerful, but no, like, he should be dead. He should have died a while ago, considering that he sucked up most of the anti-magic particles. So how the fuck was he able to just like run around and fuck up Tempestra like that when Tempestra was pretty much at full strength? And I don't know. I don't understand. This show gives me a headache. But other than that, this episode was pretty fucking dope. I mean, Loxus was able to get the blood from Tempestra so they could get a antidote made for him, freed Ever and Bixlow. But it's just, it was a little far-fetched for me, honestly. It was a little far-fetched, all of the shit that happened. And then on top of that, Acnologia comes out of nowhere, literally nowhere, and decides to fuck up some shit, because that's just what Acnologia does. And we all know from like previous, like long time ago in the Tenro arc, when Acnologia is the reason why they were gone for, I think it was 7 years? While they were gone for so long, because he pretty much blew up Tenro Island, and Mavis was the one who saved them. But just Acnologia, I hate his freaking guts. Oh, that reminded me of the Little Rascals. I don't know why, but I will give it to Acnologia. Acnologia is fucking OP as shit, and the fact that he is a dragon slayer that became a dragon scares me a little bit, because if like Natsu and Gajeel and even Loxus or Rogue and Sting don't watch out, even Wendy, if all of them don't watch out, there's a strong possibility that they could become ones too. So, but I mean, as long as they don't fly off the handle like Acnologia did, then they should be pretty set. But it's just, Acnologia, he just seems so angry. It's like, do you want a hug? I'll give you a hug if that'll make you feel better. But this episode, let me calm down. So yeah, Acnologia literally came out of nowhere. What's his face? Not important. Pretty much acknowledged the fact that he thinks that Acnologia might be coming after End, because he thinks that End would end him in all seriousness. But he thinks that the reason why Acnologia appeared was to end End. But he doesn't even, like, none of them really even know at this point who End is. And of course we all know that Gray has become so fucking powerful after that fight with Zero, which was so freaking sad. Like, it hurt my heart. Because I mean, I have read the manga, so I knew that was going to happen, but it was even sadder in the episode, like him fighting his father. But just the feels were in this episode. And then the fact which I was so fucking excited when I saw it in the opening. I was like, yes, we're finally getting to the part when we find out that Igneel was inside of Natsu all these years. And that leads me to believe, I think I might have mentioned this before, I really don't remember, that there's a strong possibility that like Natsu and Gajeel and Wendy all said that they were just asleep for like, I think they were asleep for like 7 years or something like that. And when they awoke, they found out that all of the dragons were gone, blah, blah, blah. But I honestly believe, because like even in the arc when we first met Absolute Zero and we found out that he was the one that froze that city and froze what is his name? The big flaming dragon. I want to say it was Atlas. I could be wrong, but when he froze the big flaming dragon because he thought he was a demon and it was actually a dragon, that he said that he had been dead for years. So like for hundreds of years. So that leads me to believe that there's a strong possibility that all of the dragon slayers weren't just asleep for 7 years. That they were probably asleep for hundreds of years before they awoke again. And then they thought that it had only been 7 years. So, I mean, I have a really strong feeling that that is actually what happened. I mean, I don't know, but that is my theory on that one. But I think it was pretty fucking awesome that Igneel like just popped out. He was fighting Acnologia, and I'm sorry, I giggled a little bit. I giggled a little bit at the animation of Acnologia and Igneel like bashing shoulders. I thought that was so fucking funny. It made me laugh because it looked hilarious. It was just like at each other. But this episode was fucking amazing. And then Natsu was like looked like he was about to bawl his eyes out. I mean, because he had finally seen his father after all this time, after he had been searching so long for Igneel. So I mean, that's pretty fucking awesome. And I mean, just from seeing Igneel come out of Natsu, you probably already know what's going to happen with the rest of them, but that's why they reacted that way to Acnologia. But shit is about to get real fast. So I'm so looking forward to watching next week's episode because, I mean, like I said, I already know what's going to happen, but I can't wait to see it animated because this part was probably like one of my favorite parts in the whole series. So yeah, so as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you feel about the way things turned out? What do you think is going to happen? But yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.